Hey y'all, welcome back to another one of these little tier list videos. Today, I'm doing a fun one, a raw fruit tier list, and I thought it'd be interesting to get the perspective of a raw vegan, so I got my buddy Jack here. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yo, what's up? You've probably already seen me in one of the other videos before. It was like an hour long. It was a good one, but yeah, I would actually consider myself more of a fruitarian because like I view vegetables as more of medicine or like hurt or than tools. I view fruit as food. Like I used to be a raw vegan. A lot of raw vegans eat like sprouts and like nuts and stuff, and I don't do any of that. I'm like 95% fruit at this point. But yeah, I'm ready to get into it. Let's do this.
Yeah, I've seen your meals, like you post just full fruit meals, and a lot of my viewers, to be honest, are not gonna believe that. There's definitely gonna be some skepticism, but I'm inclined to believe that you're definitely 100% fruitarian aside from the small vegetables you eat, but I think we're going to
Yeah.
have some different opinions on some of these fruits, so that's going to be real interesting to go with. Honestly, the berries, it's one of those things like if you put pesticides on berries, you can't really remove them. So it kind of hurts the listing. And because of that, honestly, I'm kind of inclined to put the berries at like either like a C or a D, to be honest. What do you think?
Yeah, especially the strawberry. And the strawberry is also, well, let's talk about what berry we're gonna do first. Which one are you thinking of? Blueberry?
I'm thinking
Blueberry?
about the blueberry, yeah. 'Cause that's the most generic one.
Where would you put those?
Honestly, considering the fact that blueberries are so small, I would honestly put them D tier, to be honest. I think they're a weak fruit. They're pretty lacking in enzymes. They don't have a big calorie content. It's mostly just water and pesticides if you get them from American stores. So I think the blueberry is honestly a D tier for me.
Yeah, I would put them B, just like straight in the middle. And that's just because they're really good at helping you sleep. And like I think that things like it's very good to get a lot of different colors in, and it's hard to find anything in nature that's the color blue. So blueberries are like, I don't know, I just think they're special because they're blue for some reason. I'd probably rank them the highest out of all the berries since we don't have any of the wild ones on here like elderberries or whatnot.
Okay, I have heard that because some people mention that like the berries have some kind of special nutrient. I've heard people talk about like the B vitamins or whatever. I'm not too sure about that. I know you don't really care about nutrients too much.
Yeah, I just eat intuitively. I don't I think all this stuff that's like all in that is just there to like make you stressed out and whatnot.
Yeah, and I absolutely do agree because I have people in my DMs all the time. They're like, "Oh, what should I eat to get more DHA?" And then I'm like, "Dude, don't think about nutrients. Just eat raw food." But they're
Yeah,
like, "Oh, but I want to maximize myself." I'm like, "Dude, you're overthinking it. Just eat raw food. You'll be just fine."
because that stress is what's gonna hurt you the most. Like it's like that's what's gonna destroy you. People are always talking about like I want to eat like my ancestors. Like, do you think your ancestors were like counting their calories and nutrients and stuff? Like nobody was doing that stuff, bro. It's all it's fried.
The blueberry, I do think I'm being a little harsh on it, but honestly, like weighing in the fact that American blueberries are chopped, dude, they're gonna be pretty low for me.
Yeah, they're almost all American fruit is kind of chopped for real.
So with the strawberries, I personally don't like them too much, but because the fact they're bigger and you can remove the peel, I'm inclined to put them a little bit higher, like almost like B or C tier. I'm thinking either low B tier or top of C tier, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm gonna put strawberry at D tier because they have the most pesticides out of any fruit. And more than that, you said they're bigger, but that's not what an actual strawberry is like. The one that we see in this picture here is heavily GMO. Like I have wild strawberries that grow outside my house, and they're actually like really tiny. They're even smaller than a blueberry. And the strawberry that you see here is nothing like what an actual wild one looks like.
No, yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, you'll notice this with any wild fruit. They're all super small. Like there's that one wild fruit I talked to you about. I think it's the Spanish something.
Yeah, especially in the further north you get, because the bigger ones always grow near the tropics. Is everything just gets bigger when you get into hotter temperatures? Because when you increase the vibration, stuff just gets bigger. It's just the way it is.
Right. I'm guessing the sun also has a lot to do with it, right?
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Honestly, dude, I totally forgot about the fact that they're well known to be one of the most polluted berries. So because of that, honestly, I do think I gotta put it C tier. I'm locking in my answer. I'm putting it C tier.
They're not one of the most. They are the most polluted berry.
I'd bet, to be
At least,
honest.
yeah, because so many people get them.
Oh yeah, I don't even understand why. I guess it's because there's a lot of like drinks and candy that are strawberry flavored, so people want to like be healthy, so they eat their strawberries because they're like, oh well, I like strawberry candy, so
Yeah,
maybe I'll...
My Capri Sun, bro.
Right, right, right. But I'm sure you've picked up on this, but anything strawberry flavored does not really taste like strawberry. Kind of, but
Yeah,
like not
it
really.
doesn't.
Right, right.
It's like it tastes like artificial flavoring. Like you like actually taste the artificial flavor in it, I feel like.
Yeah, absolutely. The raspberry, I'm a big fan of them, but I feel like they suffer with the same issues the blueberries do. Honestly, I'm almost kind of inclined to move the blueberry a little bit up because if I want to put raspberry in C tier, but I'm kind of biased because I really do like them and I think they're excellent for making moldy berries.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
if anything, dude, you know what? I'm gonna put raspberry at the top of C tier, blueberry behind raspberry, and strawberry D tier. That's what I'm doing. I'm moving the strawberry down, the raspberry top of C tier, and the blueberry behind the raspberry.
I'm putting raspberry behind the blueberry. I think that the berries are the same. It's just the fact that the blueberries are blue. I deem them better because it's just like again, it's really hard to come across things that are blue in nature.
Okay, that's fair enough. But now would be a great time to ask you. So I've mentioned this to you before, and I'm sure you know, but over here, Ajonus talks about molding your berries to make them like an excellent chelator of heavy metals. You know about this?
Yeah, I can get down with that. It's kind of like fermenting them.
Yeah, so I'm actually running an experiment. I'm going to post a video of this eventually, but I'm doing a little experiment where I'm molding two different berries. They're both raspberries from the same batch, but one berry I washed with spring water, and the other berry I did not touch. I just got it straight out the package and I put in a jar. And so far, what I'm noticing is the unwashed berry doesn't have any smell to it, and it's molding pretty fast. And then the washed berry has an alcoholic smell, and it's not molding nearly as fast.
Where do you get your spring water from?
Dude, it's literally just random glass bottled spring water from the store. So it's not ideal, but I mean that's the best I can get down here, to be
You should
honest.
go to findaspring.org. I bet you there's a spring near you. I
Oh yeah,
promise.
totally. That's also a great resource. I honestly don't talk about that enough. You know, there's excellent websites like like realmilk.com for finding raw milk, but there's also that find a spring near me. That's a really excellent source for sure. Like people don't realize that water is literally free, bro. And people spend like hundreds of dollars a month trying to buy high quality water. It's pretty ridiculous.
People do not know how much water is actually in the ground. Like they're underneath the ground everywhere. There's tons of spring water just all the time. If you just dig down, no matter where you are, if you dig deep enough, you will eventually hit a spring. It's the waters beneath.
A lot of things in this life are free, bro, and and they love to charge you for it. It's crazy
Yeah,
work.
for real. Yeah, like why do we have to pay for like to live in the place you were born? You ever
Absolutely.
thought about that? It's crazy.
Right, right. But have you personally tried moldy berries?
Yeah, I've had a few. I've never had a problem with it. I didn't get any crazy detox, but they didn't upset me either.
Okay. Yeah.
The reason I did try them though is because I saw Jonas say that, and like that, like I still got mad respect for Jonas. Like he's right about a lot of stuff.
Right,
That's why
absolutely.
that's why I did it. Yeah.
He was a vegan by the way for quite some time. I'm not sure exactly how long. I don't know exactly how he practiced it, but that's why he knows so much about these fruits. That's why he knows about dairy and all this stuff. Because I mean, he knows, bro. He knows about the vegan practices.
Yeah, I'm not in support of like standard veganism because like it's all processed. It's like just a bunch of processed food. Like I'm a fruitarian supporter. Like I'm a huge just fruit.
I spoke about this in the live stream I did today. I think it would be like yesterday or the day before by the time this video is coming out, but I spoke about how raw vegans look significantly healthier than the cooked vegans. Like it's not even a question. It's like night and day. Granted, I have noticed some raw vegans, some fruitarians get a little thin, but their skin and their overall complexion just looks miles better than the cooked vegans.
The truth is, the healthiest and longest living people in the world are always really skinny. Like, I'd actually say that those skinny ones are healthier than I am. And I just like, I've been working out for so long, I just can't stop. Like, I enjoy it a lot. And like most of my fans like to see, they're like, see a fruitarian with a good physique. It's like rare to find. And it's only rare to find because most of them just don't work out or they only do calisthenics.
And
Yeah.
the thing is, like, yeah, people are very attracted to a guy that's jacked and that works out a lot, but I'm sure even you can agree that, like, well, I mean, you pretty much just said it, but the healthiest bodies, like, they're not jacked.
Yeah, they're usually just really skinny.
Right,
Not like not super skinny like anorexic, but
right,
they're it's just being skinny. It's just the least stress on your body because you're carrying around the least amount of weight and you got to maintain the least amount of stuff.
right. All right, so moving on to the lemons. Honestly, lemons, bro, are like A pushing S tier for me, dude. Like, I think lemons are goated. I'm honestly so inclined to put them S tier because they're so crucial for so many recipes on the diet. Like, they're crucial for lube formula. Honestly, dude, we might have our first S tier. I'm not gonna lie. You know what? I'm putting lemon in S tier because they're so crucial for so many recipes, and they're generally just pretty healthy. But what do you think about them?
I'm putting them A tier. They're up there, and for the same reason you do, they're very good for like flavoring things. Like I like they're just they're a very big flavor food. Like I make like dressing out of them sometimes and whatnot, and they're also very energizing.
Oh yeah, I've noticed that for sure. They do give you energy.
Like lemons one of the like you know how you could plug like electrical devices into fruit like a light bulb and you can make it go off. Lemon's one of the main ones that has the most electrical charge, so it's like I could see that definitely.
Yeah, I mean, if you're ever sleepy, dude, bite into a lemon. It'll cure that, dude. You'll wake the fuck up. All right, so for me, dude, here's the thing. The lime has its uses, but lime has a strong antibiotic property to it. And because of that fact, I gotta put lime like bottom of C tier. And the only reason it wouldn't go D tier is because there are medicinal uses to lime. Like if you have a really strong detox and you want to stop it, you could put lime in some water and drink it and that'll help. And also if you mix, according to Aajonus, if you mix lime and lemon at like an equal portion, the lemon will cancel out the antibiotic effect to a degree. But just because of that fact that lime is basically just a medicinal one, I have to put it like C tier to be honest. What do you think?
Because this is just a normal lime, I'm also gonna put it at C tier. If it was a key lime, it would be completely different because those are the actual wild forming ones. Those are all I have. I have some key limes. I literally just had some. I'd probably put key limes at like A tier. For the same reason as the lemon. They're really hydrating. But because this is just a normal one, no. And also they're kind of just like you don't really eat them that much. Like that's how I feel about the lemons and the limes. Like you never really eat them. You always juice them.
Right, absolutely. And I do think the lime is significantly harder to get down than the lemon though, because the lemon's like pretty sweet. The lime though, it's so tart, it's hard to really get down.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
But I have tried key limes, but personally, I don't really notice a difference between them and like the regular store limes, aside the fact that the key limes have seeds in them.
Yeah, that's a big one. And they're smaller.
I think we should talk about the seed thing a little later, but that's definitely relevant. I definitely have some questions about the seed thing because I haven't fully made
We
up
could
my
do that
mind.
we could do that at the end.
Right, right. We'll get to it for sure. So moving on to orange. I'm not a fan of oranges, dude. I honestly I think I'm willing to put orange like top of D tier in front of strawberry solely because of the fact that because orange has a peel on it, there's not nearly as many pesticides. Granted, all fruit soaks in pesticides to a degree and heavy metals, but not nearly as much as if it was like a berry. Because you imagine if you spray an orange with shit, it's not, the actual flesh is not going to be covered with this stuff, but I found that oranges are like way too irritating on the nerves. They kind of make you hyperactive. Like I mean, if you drink a glass of orange juice, it'll give you a sugar high and you'll crash shortly after. It's a very strong fruit in my opinion, and because of that, like honestly, I can't really recommend consuming it on a daily basis. Like granted, I mean, if you have it here and there, it's whatever, but it's not something I would consume regularly. What do you think?
I'm gonna put them. I'm gonna put them before limes in C tier. I like how they taste. The thing is, most of them are seedless, and the having a peel makes a big difference, especially here in America where everything's sprayed. And the other thing is, I love juicing them. Like fresh squeezed orange juice is so delicious. It's so good.
I can't
It's like
disagree with that. I mean, it tastes like angel piss or something for sure.
Yeah, fresh squeezed orange juice is like one of the most delicious fruit juices you could have. It's really unbeatable. Like the difference between buying orange juice from the store and getting oranges and juicing them is it's insane.
The crazy thing about store orange juice is you can taste the flavor packets they add because they add some
You
kind of like flavoring enhancement thing to it, some flavor packets.
you can literally look at the back of it and it'll read it and it says 5% orange juice.
Yeah.
Like,
No,
what is the other 95%?
it's like 5%. You know, the only reason they put that there is so they can label it as orange juice. Because really, it's water and like flavor packets.
Yeah, for real. It's garbage.
But I'm talking about like specifically like the one ingredient orange juice. Even that crap, they add some kind of like flavor packet that's derived from oranges, and I say derived in heavy quotations because it's basically just lab made shit where they start with an orange and they add the packet in there, but because it's like derived from orange, they don't have to add it to the ingredient list. And that's something people don't realize. Like this pasteurized orange juice, it's not really orange juice, dude. It's basically just sugar water with some shit added to it. But yeah, I totally
Right.
agree with the orange juice being delicious, but I think we can move on to the peaches now. Peach, honestly, dude, like I don't have any strong opinions, but I don't think there's anything too wrong with them. You know, they're seeded for the most part. They have a peel on them. I think they're solid. Like I'm willing to put them like B or A tier. I'm thinking like a B tier to be honest, because I think they're solid. I don't see anything wrong with them. Maybe they're a little sugary if they're ripe, but I don't see anything wrong with them. I think I'm gonna put them at B tier.
Yeah, I'm putting them A tier. That's the highest on my list so far before the lemon. And that's just because I live in Ohio where they're locally grown and I get them a lot. Like they are so delicious when they're like actually freshly plucked and like ripe and stuff. They're so juicy, so sweet, so good, so hydrating. And yeah, they have a seed and everything. They're just like I don't know. They're very tasty. I don't know if the peaches where you are from are different, but like I've noticed if I go to the store and I buy peaches, they don't taste that good. But I go out to Amish country and they have like peach trees out there, and like they'll let you go out and just pick one off the tree and eat it, and it tastes like heaven, bro.
You know, that's what I imagine because the peaches I can get down here are only not organic. There's certain fruit at the store that for whatever reason, organic just does not exist. Like a good
And
example, we'll talk about it later, but dragon fruit down here, there's no such thing as an organic dragon fruit. It's
or
all
apples.
hilariously, I was going to mention the fact we forgot about apples, but
Yeah.
apples specifically at Walmart, I've never seen organic apples there. They're always the shitty ass. Like I've tried to eat them, bro. They taste like ass. I cannot do the like not organic apples. They taste horrid. But
Yeah, and they always have a layer of wax on the outside of them too.
oh yeah, and I think that's a safe bet for honestly most of these fruits. Like even the oranges have like a wax coating, but it's not that deep because they already have a peel. You're not going to eat the peel.
Yeah.
But the apples, people are like, they're taught to eat it. But
Mhm.
now that I mention it, we did forget apple, but we could just like straight off the bat, like right now, where would you put apples?
Off the dome, I'd put it probably just like B tier, just mid.
I would too, dude. I'd put it right next to the peach. I see the peach and the apple like very similar to each other.
They're so similar.
Right. So moving on, dude, the mango,
Ooh.
I personally don't love mangoes, but I totally see the appeal. You could make ice cream out of them. They're not really fatty, but they kind of feel a little fatty, right? They almost
They're no, they're really they're one of the denser ones. I honestly, this might be my first S tier. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and that's because like I work out, so I do appreciate fruits that are like more dense for gaining weight, but they're also just delicious. And they have a shell on them. They're convenient. Like an organic mango, bro. They slap. Like they're so good,
Oh yeah.
and they're easy to eat and everything. You just peel the skin off, dig in. They're good. They're good all around fruit.
I think this is true for like every fruit here, but especially mango, peach, like mango and peach. The organic fruit tastes so much better than not organic. It's night and day. So
Yeah.
because of that fact, dude, I'll put mango A tier. That's my first A tier
Yeah, mango's definitely one that's up there. It's a classic. You can't really beat it.
for sure. Well, now moving on to cucumber. Cucumbers are good for sure. Honestly, I mean, there's really nothing wrong with cucumber. They're just, they're not very calorie dense or anything, which is a good thing, to be honest. They're not super sugary. Granted, they do have a wax peel on them, so you always got to peel them if you get them from the store, which is kind of a pain in the ass. But fun fact for the men out there, cucumber, I don't know if you've noticed this, but it has a blood flow effect that's
Oh yeah.
beneficial.
It's very hydrating too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. What are you putting it at?
I think it's gonna go A tier behind the mangoes.
Yeah, I'm putting it at. Yeah, I'll put this behind lemon at A tier as well. It's very hydrating. I definitely do pop one occasionally when I eat them, and
Yeah.
they're just like the only thing. I'd honestly put them at S tier because I eat them so much because of how they make me feel. It's just they don't have that much of a taste. It kind of just tastes like
It's like
you're eating water.
Yeah, it's like water with like some like a slight hint of like a planty flavor to it. But yeah,
Yeah.
I'd put it A tier. The only reason for me it wouldn't go S tier, I feel like just the fact that it's basically water, and there's other sources of water. I feel like that you could get more benefit from, but I mean, there's nothing wrong with cucumbers. So for me, A tier. So moving on to the bananas. Listen, I don't think there's anything exactly inherently wrong with bananas, but I think it's pretty well known that bananas give a lot of people problems. A lot of people just cannot tolerate bananas. Even for me, like if I have a lot of bananas, they kind of mess up my stomach. But because the fact they're very calorie dense, they're still a good source of enzymes and they're overall they taste pretty good. You can make a lot of recipes with them. I think banana might have to be like top of C tier, honestly, for me. Top of C tier. What do you think?
I'm putting banana top of B tier. Multiple reasons. Like they would be lower, but they're so convenient, and the calorie dense thing is another. Like I appreciate the more calorie dense ones as someone who likes to work out and like bulk up and stuff. It's just, and they also are very convenient to just take anywhere and like just have around. Like they're so easy to eat. You just peel it and you bite in. It's just, first of all, they're mad GMO. Like, they're seedless. That's a big one. The most of the ones we have. Real bananas are kind of tiny, and they have really big seeds in them. And that's what's keeping me from putting them higher. If we were talking like a real deal banana, I'd probably put it top of A tier. But standard, American banana I'm putting on B tier.
Okay, that's fair. What do you think about like a green versus like a yellow banana? Like, do you prefer it really
Oh,
ripe or unripe?
that's the reason a lot of people have stomach problems when they eat them is because they eat them when they're unripe. You want to eat them when they're like yellow and have brown spots over them. You gotta look like a cheetah
Oh yeah?
because like yeah, they're if you notice they're just a lot softer like when you bite into them.
They
Like you
definitely
notice how
are.
an unripe banana is like hard and stiff.
Yeah.
It's just so it's easier to digest, and that's why a lot of people have problems eating bananas is because they eat them when they're not ripe enough.
Okay. I haven't made up my mind quite yet. I haven't done enough experimenting, but we'll see. Maybe you're right. I don't think it's entirely out of the question. So now moving on to dragon fruit. Honestly, I have really little experience with dragon fruit. It does have a ton of seeds. It's dense. I've seen people make ice cream with it, but I don't really see anything wrong with it. And because of that fact, it has a peel and all that, I think it's kind of like a little mid. I'd put it like B tier behind the peaches for me. I don't see anything wrong with it. So, I mean, what do you think? Because I think you have more experience with the dragon fruit.
I'm putting it B tier behind the bananas, and that's just because like yeah, they're calorie dense, they have appeal and everything. They're just another mid fruit. The thing is, you see the dragon fruit in our photo. You can't even you could barely find those here in America, but in other countries those taste really good. But the ones that we have here that have the white center, they taste like it tastes like literal edible water. It's the only fruit I could say that like actually has like genuine no flavor at all. I don't know if you ever like actually had one, but if you eat the white flesh of a dragon fruit, it just tastes like nothing.
I've only ever had the white fruit, and I do remember it tasting like nothing. Now,
Yeah.
we can actually get the pink ones or the red ones. I'm not sure which color exactly it is. I think it's like kind of pinkish, like pink purplish. It's a little hard
Yeah.
to tell.
Those ones taste really good.
I haven't had them, but I do see them. The only thing that's like, strayed me away from trying them is they're disgustingly expensive. I mean, like that one dragon fruit there here costs like 15, $17, something like that.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's so expensive. So I just I haven't been able to justify trying it, but again, I don't see anything wrong with it. I think it's solid B tier. It's probably a good source of hydration, enzymes, and all that. Moving on, I think
Pineapple it is, yeah.
pineapple.
What do you think about pineapple?
Listen, let me tell you about pineapple.
I know you love pineapple.
we got our second S tier, dude. The only thing is I don't know whether to put it behind lemon or in front. Honestly, you know what? I think I'm gonna put it behind lemon just because to this day I use lemons on a daily basis, but the pineapple comes and goes for me. So, listen, the reason I love pineapple, obviously it has a skin, so minimal exposure to pesticides. And number two, if you get it unripe, not only do I think it's delicious, but it's like hands down one of the best sources of enzymes on the planet. Like, if you struggle digesting fat, eat a pineapple with your fat. All your digestion problems will go away instantly with the pineapple. It's like fucking magic.
It's because the like you know how when you eat a pineapple and it like messes with your tongue, like it breaks it down. It's doing that to all the stuff in your stomach, like all the food and the waste in your stomach. I'm gonna put it probably top of A tier just for that. The only reason I wouldn't put it S tier is because you can't eat too much of it or it'll like literally rip your tongue apart and it'll like make like the corners of your lips burn and shit too, and it's like yeah, but it's really good for just like helping digestion for real.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that acidity, that like burningness, it's the enzymes, dude. Like you can literally
Yeah,
see the enzymes
it's
dripping out of it.
I know I'm not a big science guy, but it's one called bromelain.
Yeah, I've heard of it. Yeah. So, hey, pineapple for me, dude, top of S tier. I cannot complain. Moving
It's
on.
also delicious. It's delicious as hell.
Oh, absolutely. Hilariously, though, I got one of my friends to try it unripe, and he told me it tastes like car battery acid. And like,
Yeah, I don't like them unripe, but I do like ripe ones. Actually, I've eaten them unripe before. It's not that bad, but like when they're ripe, they're really tasty.
It's just for me, I've found that the ripe ones here are like damn near like spoiled in my opinion. Like the ripe ones, they'll have like parts of it that are like brown and like decaying. It's just I don't know if that's unique to my area, but the I find the
No,
unripe ones.
it's hard. It's hard to find them. Like it's kind of like that with everything. Like that's why I'm trying to just move out of America. For
Yeah,
real.
I can't blame you.
My dream is I live somewhere in the tropics and I walk outside and my trees have fruit on them and I don't have to go to the store to get my food because it's already there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
There's that one like raw vegan couple. You've definitely heard of them. I think is it's like Fit Shorty or something.
Yeah, the dude that lives in Bali.
Is that where they
Yeah, that
live?
dude. Well, he's like always traveling, or like he just did the Thailand fruit retreat. I wish I had enough money to go there, but you know what? I'll get there one day.
Oh
But
yeah.
yeah, he's probably the biggest fruitarian influencer there is right now. I think so.
Yeah, I was gonna like ask where he is, but now that I think about it, a lot of his videos are in Thailand. So hilarious. I mean, Aajonus loved Thailand. Aajonus lived in Thailand. He died in Thailand. So I mean, it seems like
Yeah,
Thailand is an excellent place for food overall. Like, what do you think?
yeah. It's also a very big like spiritual center. There's like ley lines under it and stuff, and there's a lot of like cultural heritage there. It's just like a place that's like it's like one of those like you made it places, but for more holistic people. Like you know when like dudes who like are really focused on money and stuff, they're like, I'm gonna make it to Dubai.
Oh yeah.
Like I feel like Thailand is like that, especially for fruit people. It's
Yeah.
just like Thailand and Bali are for the fruit enjoyers out there.
Oh yeah, and I'm sure that had to impact Augenis because Augenis was super spiritual himself. I don't really follow the same spiritual beliefs he did, but he definitely went to Thailand. Part of it being like the spiritual thing going on because there's a lot of monks and stuff there.
I'm you know me, I'm super spiritual. It's
Oh
like my
yeah.
whole thing.
So dates. Here's the thing. I love dates personally, but like pineapple, these kind of fuck up my stomach. What about you? You got any of that before?
Yeah, they're heavier. They don't fuck up my stomach, but if I eat a lot of them, I'll feel like just like tired. And one of the reasons behind that is that like the dates are most of them are like that's not an actual date. That's like a grape compared to a raisin. Like the actual dates on trees have water content in them.
Oh
So
yeah,
like
for sure.
that's the big difference, and that's the only thing that's keeping me from putting them at S tier. But they're really good. I'm gonna put them at the end of A tier because they're really good for bulking up and stuff. They're calorie dense. It's just you'd want the ones with water in them. And in my opinion, they are the best tasting fruit. They taste so good.
Yeah.
They taste like candy. Like that's what I think of. They're like fruit candy. You just like
Oh
eat them
yeah.
out the package like that.
It really depends on the batch though, because some dates are like really dry and don't taste so good.
Yeah,
And then I've had some dates that literally taste like a Krispy Kreme donut, like
I know.
just
I know what you
crazy.
mean. When you get that like nice squishy one that's like dark.
And they're moist
Yeah.
too.
Yeah. That's like I could only imagine. I've never had one with water content in it. Like I bet those taste phenomenal.
Well, the thing is, I've heard that they taste bitter and like they're kind of inedible. I don't know how true that is because at the same time, Google says shit like if you eat green pineapple, you can risk dying, and we all know that's not true. So
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah,
know what to
one
believe.
a lot of our beliefs, if you look them up on Google, it'd be like, "Oh yeah, you're gonna die." So it's
Absolutely.
like, it's like, how much can you trust the internet?
Right. So I think honestly, I agree with you 100%. I'm gonna put it bottom of A tier. So moving on to papaya. Listen, I personally don't like papaya that much, but I can't deny how good of a fruit this is. It's super rich in enzymes. It's dense. Most people like the way it tastes. I personally don't, but most people do. I'm the exception. So honestly, I think papaya for me would go bottom of S tier, right behind pineapple. But like I just can't deny how unhealthy, how healthy papaya is. Like I know some people whose digestion was totally fucked until they started eating like half a pound of papaya a day. So it's bottom of S tier for me.
I'm putting papaya S tier too, because I'm a big supporter of eating like the huge water dense ones. And also, I know you guys like parasites, but papaya is good for getting rid of parasites for anybody that's not into that. And they're just filled with a ton of good stuff. And I think the reason you just haven't had a perfectly ripe one, because here's the thing about papayas. They either if they are not if they are perfectly ripe, like they're in the ripe stage, they taste really good. But if they're not, they literally taste like vomit.
Yeah. That's the thing.
Yeah.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. I was gonna say they taste like vomit, dude.
Literally. Like if you get a ripe one though, it's delicious. But I know exactly that feeling that you've had where you bite into it and literally tastes like throw up. Or
Right.
like one of those, those like jelly beans you eat when you were little, and they're either good or bad. Yeah.
Yeah. It was like some kind of challenge, like Bean
The
Boozled.
bean boozled, yeah,
Yeah.
bean boozled.
I remember watching hella YouTubers try to play that game, and I remember wanting to play it, but like you had to like order it online, and my parents didn't know how to do that shit. So it was for the better though. I don't want to eat that nasty candy crap now that I'm older. But
I did it. I friggin' threw up. It was so
yeah. So the thing is though, like with the ripe papayas, I'm like super picky with my fruit. I can acknowledge they definitely taste better, but the fiber gets a little mushy, and I'm sure you've kind of picked up on it, but I like fruits where the fiber is really tough, like the unripe pineapple. But again, it's all personal preference for me, so it's not going to affect my ranking. Like undoubtedly papaya's S tier, dude. Right. So bell peppers, again, I feel like there's nothing wrong with them. Now, it is a little concerning that most people eat the peel, but again, I don't see anything wrong with them. They're good for recipes. They don't have much sugar at all, if any. But I'll put them like top of B tier. No. I'll put them like middle of B tier, behind peach in front of dragon fruit. Like middle of B tier. Like they're kind of just mid. There's nothing wrong with them. There's nothing overtly great about them. But they definitely taste good. So that's where I'm putting them.
yeah. I'm gonna put them middle of A tier between peach and I'm gonna put them after cucumber actually. Yeah, after cucumber, and that's because I really like them. I literally eat them like apples. Like that's how you should. Most people like cut them up and stuff, but you just grab it and like eat it like a normal fruit. Like that's how you're supposed to eat fruit. Just like dig in, and they have a really unique texture that a lot of fruits don't have. They're kind of like crunchy, but they're high in water content at the same time. It's kind of hard to find fruit that's like that. The only other one that's like that is a cucumber.
Oh yeah, and I have been guilty myself of biting into bell peppers like they're apples. There's something about like these crunchy fruits like that, or crunchy plants in general. Because I also like onions. I could eat an onion raw like it's an apple.
Yeah. I used to do that. I used to take onions and just bite in.
Oh yeah, they're delicious. So and the bell peppers really do remind me of them. But again, I don't see anything wrong with them, but I don't see them as super overtly beneficial. So for me, they're kind of mid.
Gave me a memory in my younger years, like a few years ago. I did that with an onion. I was like going on a date with this girl, and I kissed her. And like as soon as she took her lips off my mouth, she was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
She could totally smell that shit.
Oh yeah, that's a rookie mistake for sure.
Yeah.
You don't want to do that with garlic, dude. Garlic breath is
Oh yeah. Oh
significantly
yeah.
worse.
Oh yeah. I know. Garlic's good though.
Oh yeah, I'm a big fan of garlic for sure. I'm not. I hate the garlic haters. I think it comes out of nowhere, dude. There's people like the GOATist people. They're like, oh, garlic kills brain cells. It's like
Don't the Goatus people hate all plant products?
they do. They're a little. They kind of have like sympathy for fruit. They're kind of like like fruit sympathizers in a way, because they say all plants are toxic, but then they'll be like, oh well, fruits aren't toxic, but it's sugar and fiber, so it's not good. So tomatoes definitely. If anything, I feel like you should go first, because don't you have a lot to say about tomato?
Not really. I'd put them. You know what? I'm gonna put them at. I'm gonna put them top of B tier. They're good. They're good for you and everything. I just like. I don't hate them. I just don't like how they taste that much. And the other thing that's convenient about them is that they grow in like northern places, like as well. So like I'm like you guys know I live in Ohio, so a lot of those northern growing fruits are gonna be in season for me. So I get some big enjoyment out of them. I make pico de gallo out of them sometimes. It's a big one. But they're just I don't know. I'd put them higher. I just don't like how they taste that much, to be honest.
I actually completely agree. I don't like the way they taste either, but I fucking love them in recipes. I love
Yeah,
anything
yeah,
tomato.
exactly.
So, dude, honestly, for me, top of A tier, like nearing S tier. Actually, dude, maybe. Nah. I'm putting tomato bottom of S tier, honestly, because there's another thing I forgot. Tomatoes have like an anti-cancer killing property. There's this certain chemical in them because they're a nightshade. There's a chemical in them that literally kills cancer cells. And Aajonus talks about this. He says if you have cancer, you need to eat like 12 of like those little tomatoes a day, like the grape
Yeah,
tomatoes.
cherry tomato. Yeah.
Yeah, he says to eat like 12 of them a day if you have cancer. He says they're super beneficial. And because of the fact I love them in recipes, they make food easier to eat. I gotta put them S tier, dude, because there's nothing wrong with them. They're so good for you. Are you opposed to consuming olive oil and apple cider vinegar?
Yeah, I am.
Okay, because I was gonna say if you're not, I got a vegan tomato sauce recipe. So, but it does have olive oil and apple cider vinegar. So,
Yeah, see, that's the thing. I'd put it higher because it definitely like putting tomatoes in like a sandwich or something. It makes it so much better. But that's the thing. I basically only eat fruit, so I
mhm.
just eat it. I eat it all straight up. Like the way that you're seeing all these in the picture is how I eat it. Like I don't really have meals or anything like that. I do occasionally like I'll make something special. Like if I feel like I want to reward myself, I'll make like a salad or something.
Okay, that's
But
fair enough.
yeah,
But yeah, for
that's
me, bottom of S tier for sure. So coconut. Here's the thing. I don't believe coconut to be a fruit, but because the fact everyone and their mama says coconut is a fruit, like I had to put it on this list. And if I ever do a nut tier list, I'm gonna put coconut in there as well. But coconut's not really a fruit, but you can kind of argue maybe it is, but either way, if you crack open a coconut, like a new coconut tree isn't gonna grow. But honestly, dude, I gotta put coconut in S tier. Damn, I have a lot of fruit in S tier. I think coconut, like, in front of tomato, behind papaya. And the reason why I say this is because the coconut flesh, not only is it super calorie dense, rich in fat that your body can actually use for the physiological benefits of fat, you can make coconut cream, which is incredibly detoxifying. The only issue is it's very time consuming to make these recipes. Coconuts are hard to get, and there's so many different kinds of coconuts. But
dude. One of the big things is they are a pain in the ass to break open.
oh yeah, you gotta have
Like
you gotta have tools, dude.
yeah, you got to hit it with a knife like repeatedly.
I find the
And
best way to cut them open hilariously if you have a one of those saw blades, the little saw ones you use to like cut metal. Those get the
um,
job done, but like come on, you need like surgical grade equipment to open them, which definitely makes it annoying. But I mean, let's say you're a rich dude and you have like a I don't know, a peasant to like crack open all the coconuts you want. I mean, fuck. There's nothing, it's amazing. You'll be living like a king. So for me, it's S tier. But now let me hear it. What do you think?
I like I agree. Coconut's good, especially for someone that works out. The fat in it is good, like in everything. It's really good for gaining weight. Like if you eat the flesh, the water is really good for you. It's extremely hydrated. It's good, but I'm putting it last because this is a fruit tier list, and that shit is not a fruit. Because here's how fruits work. You take them off the tree, and then you eat them. You either pass the seed or spit it out somewhere, and it grows a new tree. But when you eat the coconut, there's no tree coming out of it because the whole coconut is the seed. Because it's not a fruit. It's a really big seed, and yeah, like I do agree that they're good. And because they're made so overly abundant by the tree, I don't think there's any harm in having them. It's just that, like, they're not a fruit. Like,
Right.
I'm not putting them anywhere in the fruit tier list when they're not a fruit. So, yeah.
Something I've thought about. I think in a way, coconut might be like a weird defense mechanism from the plant, where it's like, hey, we provide this like delicious, nutritious coconut for you. How about you let us grow? How about you like, you let us stay around, instead of cutting us down.
Yeah, I get that. I get that.
I think it's a reasonable idea.
But the thing is, like I don't think the trees ever expected us to start cutting them down in the first place.
I didn't think about that. Yeah, that's something to think about. Who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. It was just an idea I was floating around. So now, last but definitely not least, we got watermelon. And listen, watermelon's a little hard for me to rate because it's somewhere between the S and the A tier for me. Because here's the thing, even though I think it's delicious, it's so hydrating, it is really sugary. The enzyme content is a little low. It's mostly just water, but honestly, considering the fact in S tier there's nothing here that's overtly hydrating, I think watermelon's going to have to go bottom of S tier for me because I do think it's amazing for hydration. Something I always tell people, if you think you're dehydrated, dude, eat an entire watermelon, wash it down with a glass of milk, and tell me you're dehydrated. Because if you tell me that, you're a fucking liar. That's
Dude,
not happening.
if you could eat an entire watermelon in one sitting, you're a fucking monster.
Oh yeah,
That's
absolutely.
like it depends on the watermelon, but like an actual good big black seeded one, bro. Like there's nobody eating a whole one in one sitting.
Right.
Maybe if your sitting is like hours long. But
Yeah, I can't
it's
do it. I definitely can't. For me, I'll
yeah.
get like a whole watermelon, and then I'll go through it over the course of like 4 or 5 days. But
Yeah,
let
I
me,
probably eat like 4 or 5 watermelons a week.
damn. But let me hear your opinion on watermelon. Start spitting.
Let me just go get my hold on. This is my baby right here, as you guys can see. Big black seeded watermelon, my favorite food on planet Earth. There is nothing that beats this. There's nothing that beats watermelon. It's just the best of the best. It's just so hydrating. It's the fruit that it gives you the most for the least amount of stress. Because I have a big opinion about food, and I think every time you eat, it weighs you down on some level, depending on what you eat. Of course, it's necessary, but your goal should be to be able to sustain yourself with the least amount of food possible. And watermelon is basically like eating water. Like it's not even like eating. It's just eating water. It's good structured water. It's so hydrating. Like I know dudes that have gone like almost an entire year eating nothing but watermelon because it's just so I don't know, it's just the best. Like there's nothing that beats it. Like if you're feeling tired or you're feeling dehydrated, low on energy, like watermelon just always solves it somehow. And this is really biased because this has always been my favorite food. Like even before I was a vegan, it's been my favorite food ever since I was a kid. I don't know why. I just can't get enough of it. It's just so delicious too. It's so good for juicing. It's just the overall best. It's convenient to eat if you know how to eat it as well. Like I usually eat them, I cut them straight in half down the middle, and then I just dig into it like a bowl of cereal. And that's like the actual easiest way to eat them. But like this right, yeah, this right here, it's just unbeatable for real.
Yeah, I am inclined to agree, and I would put it slightly higher on the list. Just based on taste, honestly, for me, watermelon is the second best tasting fruit, in my opinion. For me, number one, it's pineapple. As you know, I stand the pineapple, and number two would be watermelon, dude. Watermelon is just, it's so perfect when it comes to the taste because one thing about the pineapple, even though I really do like it, it starts destroying your mouth after a while and you got to put it down. But the watermelon, the only time you stop is like when you feel your stomach is like so full of water, you're like, yo, I should maybe chill a little bit, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
But now that I think about it, what do you think about the seeded versus unseeded watermelon debate?
Yeah, it's not even seeded versus unseeded watermelon, seeded versus unseeded fruit in general, in my opinion. I have this opinion about all fruits that are seedless or not, and don't eat seedless fruit. It's like you are what you eat. If you eat something that's infertile, you're going to become infertile yourself. And like what you said to me earlier, like how the horse and the donkey mix, or how is that again?
What I was more so referring to is if you get a donkey and you inbreed it, it'll have like an offspring that's infertile. But at the same time, you can also this also applies to like breeding different species, like a tiger and a lion.
Yeah,
You get a
that's what
liger,
I said.
right?
Yeah, and ligers are infertile; they can't make any more kids. And the other thing is like fruits come from seeds. Like the plant comes from seeds, so you got to do something to it to make
Hmm.
it seedless. You know what I mean? Like how are you getting the fruit without the seed? Like there's got to be something going on there that's just not natural.
Yeah, I totally agree, dude. Now, at first, I was a little hesitant because I thought it was a little extreme. I was like, oh, it's not that deep. It's just fruit. But I'm totally inclined to agree because, I mean, Ajonus warns us about GMO fruit. A seedless fruit is undoubtedly GMO because that, like, literally breaks the laws of physics. That's
I
like,
know. It's just like, how does that even work? It
yeah,
just makes no sense. It's like, what if you're like, what came first, the chicken or the egg? And they're like, the egg was never there.
yeah. It's ridiculous. Like, imagine,
The egg is a psyop. It never happened.
right. And imagine if we did this with meat, it would be completely like nobody would ever eat that crap. Like, imagine if we had
A liger meat?
liger meat, right? Like
Yeah.
nobody would ever eat that. Like people would be like, "What the fuck is this? Like freak of nature? I'm not eating this," you know? And
Yeah, yeah.
I've noticed from personal experience with seedless watermelon because I don't know how it's like in Ohio, but over
It tastes
here,
like rubber.
right, right. But I was gonna say over here in Florida, we only have seeded watermelon during the summer. If it's not summer, we only get seedless. And sometimes I'll get that watermelon craving and I'll buy the seedless watermelon and realize that like I just bought this for nothing because it tastes like fucking rubber. It's just disgusting and I don't even want it to be honest. Like the only way I can kind of tolerate it is juicing it and drinking the juice, but like come on, I'm pretty much just destroying the fruit just to have a little part of it. It's just not worth it, dude.
Yeah, it's the same for me. There's no seeded watermelon during winter, especially in Ohio. Like the further north you go, like you're in Florida, you actually got it way better than I do. Like I'm in Ohio, dude. I'm like when it's winter here, it's like winter. It gets like negative and stuff.
Mm,
So like you're not getting any natural fruit here at all. So yeah, I could completely agree with that.
right, yeah, absolutely. Any other thoughts?
No, that was a good tier list though. I low key enjoyed that. It was fun doing it with you.
That was
Yo,
fun.
and also I'm working on another thing that we're gonna make a video about because if you guys remember in the last like interview that we did together, I talked about giants and whatnot. And it's literally like I love talking about giants. Like I've been researching them for so long. And every time I post about them on Instagram, my videos get deleted. So I'm looking forward to talking about them somewhere where I can openly do it without getting banned. So yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've mentioned this before, but YouTube is shockingly uncensored. So I think we're going to have a lot of fun talking about that. So, hey, you guys, pay attention because that video is going to come out sooner than later. Hey, but that was it for today, y'all. I had a bunch of fun. I'm sure you did too, Jack. Do you have any other closing thoughts? Do you have anything you want to shout out? Let it out.
No, not really. I'd say I'd shout out my Instagram and whatnot, but I think a lot of my friends are in the like a lot of the primal community know who I am, so it's kind of like pointless. Like literally like most of my friends, not most of them, but a good chunk of them are all in your community as well.
Well,
And
I have had an influx of new subscribers today, so I do want to mention, hey, this guy, he knows about certain things. He knows about the he knows about hey, he's very intelligent guy. So I definitely recommend giving him a follow. His YouTube is going to be in the title. It's going to be in the description. So is his Instagram. So I definitely recommend you guys give him a follow, even though I definitely don't fully agree with his diet and he doesn't agree with mine. Hey, that's how you know we're both open-minded individuals. The fact we just sat through like what a 30-minute video and we were very open-minded. We never got into an argument once, even though our list is pretty different.
yeah, because that's what people do when people attach their beliefs to their ego. It just makes them like hostile, and that's what you don't want to do. Like a truly intelligent people are the ones who just have information enter, no filter, no bias. You just hear what people say and you just reflect on it without letting your emotions get in the way. And that's why I like you a lot, Leo. You're a very respectful man, and you don't let your emotions cloud your judgment.
Absolutely, man. Hey, and some people would disagree with that because when I'm alone, I do get a little feisty, but I'm always respectful around other people. But hey, that's it, guys. I also want to mention two recent supporters at God Has Judged on Instagram and at Juanito12025. I appreciate your support so much, guys. I did a live stream today that went amazing. Somebody was even asking for me to turn on donations. So listen, I absolutely appreciate all the love, guys, and I want you guys to show Jack some love as well. So, hey, remember to check out his socials, and that's it. I love you guys. Bye.